Time for our weekly channeled oracle reading. This week it's for March 2nd through 8, 2015. We're into the first full week of March. For that, some of us, that's great because we're moving towards the springtime. For others, you're moving towards your fall. It's been an arduous winter here for us in Ottawa, and I think for many of the people up in the northern area of the northern hemisphere. And I was just heard on Facebook, you know, that Australia is going through cyclones, so more terrible weather down there as well. So I guess we're all getting it everywhere from Mother Nature, whether it be cold or whether it be hot. So before we go get Whitehawk and see what our upcoming week, our first full week of March holds for us, let's touch back on last week. And last week it was about making choices, and you know, the choices that you make in this past week would reflect and affect your life for the rest of the year. So I hope you did make good choices, and choices don't always mean saying yes. Choices do mean saying no sometimes, and I hope you made choices that felt good when you made them. All I know is I noticed all the choices, and I was going, oh my goodness, Whitehawk, really? All these choices? I mean, is it always like this, or am I just more conscious this week of the choices because you mentioned choices in the weekly oracle reading? Anyways, it was definitely an interesting week. All right, well, let's go get Whitehawk now. I got my handy dandy smoky quartz, and let's see what he has to say for our upcoming week. And I'm gonna yawn, sorry. I guess it just gets me up into those ethers and relaxes me. Indeed, little ones. Welcome to you, one, and welcome to you all as we move through the fall of this upcoming week. And so for many of you, you say fall. How could that possibly be? We are in the summer, or we are in the winter. But when I say fall, I do not mean of seasons. What I mean is of changes. What I mean is of sometimes we have to fall down before we get back up, and we create those changes in our world. So this week when I speak of falls, I mean be very careful, for you may trip many times through the week. And this is not good, and this is not bad. It simply is how your week may shape up, the form in which your week will go. So do not dismay, children. Do not take it as bad news. Do not take it as negative news. Simply take it as oh, news. This is news that we are receiving. This is how Whitehawk sees our week shaping up. Do not say, oh, he is such a negative Nancy. Oh, there's never good news. It is simply just the way in which the energy will flow this week. And I think when you start to turn inward and look in yourself and how the energy is flowing in the week, you then are able to start computing and looking outside your world and seeing for others it is very much the same. And then we get that warm feeling of, you know what? I'm not alone. And you know what? Maybe it is the way of the universe. And then you start to open yourself up into even bigger things, thinking that indeed we are all connected. And indeed it is the way of the world. So although you may trip up, flip up, skip up many ways this week, just know that you are in good company with many people, but that it is moving you further in your endeavors in your world, moving you further on your path in your world, opening up your world, opening up your life, and also opening up your consciousness that indeed we are not alone, but perhaps this is the way the world ebbs and flows, and that we are all affected by the way the world ebbs and flows. And so as you move through your week, give thanks, give gratitude that it is the way of the world, and that indeed you are far from alone. God bless, children. God bless as you move through a week of trips. And then he winks. Interesting. So, thanks, Whitehawk. So here's what I've learned in regards to when he speaks. He may be saying trips and tripping up, but trips and tripping up does not just mean that you fall over your feet and you fall on your face. Sometimes it can mean trip. What's a trip? Well, you go on a voyage. You go somewhere on a trip, right? It can mean that. Trip, if you think in the means of, well, wasn't that a trip? You know, when people use that as a saying, and it can be regarding drugs, but it also means, you know, wasn't that a trip, or wasn't that just something, you know, or it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to fall on your face. So look to see how the metaphorical meaning comes through the week for you, and I think we'll have a lot of fun with it, and opens you up even more how the magic in the message is around you. So good luck with that, and let me know, you know, if you do come across things with the word trip in it, if it's, like I said, going somewhere, or if it's in songs that you hear all through the week, that the main theme through the whole week is tripping or trips or something like that. And then you kind of go, wow, this stuff is so cool. And it is freaking cool. Well, I hope you enjoy coming here every week, and I hope you enjoyed this week's reading. Just to note, you know, I do provide personal and private readings with Whitehawk through the magic of Skype, Google+, and YouTube. Just go to intuitivetracyroy.com, pick the length of a reading and type of a reading you want, and Whitehawk and I will be very happy to serve you. Well, it's been a slice, and oh, it's been trippy is what I should be saying, right? Ooh, it's been trippy to be here with you guys. Take care. We'll see you on Monday. As always, I'm grateful for your company. God bless. I'm Tracy.